that. I'm live right now. Who can see me? Who is here? Who's ready?
Can you hear?
Who's ready for some stuff?
Okay, he says he can hear good. Can you hear me? Hi, hello? Testing.
We have someone on speakerphone here who's ready to interview me, to ask questions.
Yeah, you can hear me? Great, awesome.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
I'm here in my dorm right now. Just the luxurious setting. We got a good setup though. That's all that matters. Gotta make it look profesh. Make it look good. Yeah. I just got back from Chicago off a plane like an hour or so ago. Just got right back here, sat down, and time to interview. It was great. Chicago's great because the comedy scene is the best ever. They've got Second City. They've got Improv Olympics. They've got other places that aren't as reputable, or maybe they are, and I just only know the surface top of what's out there. But if you're ever in Chicago, I'm telling you, go see those shows. They're good. They're cheap. They're funny. You'll laugh. I know I did. I had a great time laughing in Chicago at the improv show.
All right, we're going to give it just a few more minutes so that people can still join.
Just a few more minutes of me telling you about how this went. I was at a convention. That's why I was there. I felt very professional, except the fact that everyone was... Actually, it was a data journalism convention, and everyone there were actual journalists who do this for a living. And I was like, I'm just observing and learning what I can. Learned a command line for Mac. That's fun. Now I can open files by typing something. So now you know what I'm going to be doing all day. Commanding the line. Call me captain.
All right. Okay. I think we're good to go ahead and get started. So,
all right. I've got Will here. This is Will from Trustfall Productions, who is asking me questions.
Yes, that is me. And you are Shannon. And you are a part of a film called Electric Jesus. Is that right?
Yes, I am a part of the film Electric Jesus. I play Sarah in the film, who's kind of like the stowaway who just wants to be a part of the action and go on the road, and always dreamed of being something bigger than just small town Alabama.
Awesome.
Maybe now's the chance.
Great. Well, let's just start with some personal questions before we get into too much about the film, just so we can give people a little more time to join, and it gives people a chance to get to know you a little bit. So tell us, where are you from?
I'm from Hanover, Pennsylvania. It's like southern central Pennsylvania. It's kind of near Gettysburg. I say it's near Gettysburg, but it's honestly just as far from Baltimore, Maryland, which is where I also tell people I'm from, and they get mad because they say I'm lying, because not only is that not where I live, it's a different state, but it's very close to Baltimore. That's where I spent a lot of my time. It's a great city.
Nice. Where are you located now?
Right now I'm in Philadelphia, because that's where I go to school. But I mean...
Oh, cool. What's college?
What's college? Well, it's like when you go to... you learn stuff.
Yep, that's what I meant. Like, what are you majoring? Like, what college are you going to?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to Temple University, which is like in the heart of Philadelphia, and I'm studying computer science and also film.
Nice. So is this something like being involved in film and art? Is that something you've wanted to do for a long time, or is that more of a recent interest?
Oh, I've always loved film, but I didn't realize I loved film. Like, I started making movies when I was super, super young, and like they got better and better and higher in quality, but I would always be like, oh yeah, I'm just trying to be in movies. And it just happens that I just want them to look good that I'm in these movies. And so then just like a few years ago, I realized like, oh my gosh, maybe it's this movie making part that I like. So I was like, yeah, I'll try and do that more. So I'm in school now for film, which is great because you get to watch a lot of movies and learn a lot of new things.
That's awesome. You know, the actress from My Big Fat Greek Wedding, that's actually how she started out. She wanted to be an actress, but no one was hiring anyone that fit her description. So she wrote a part for herself and made the film herself so that she had a part to play.
Yeah, those are absolutely my inspiration. I think that's the way to go, you know? It's best when you are creating your own stuff because then it's fully you. You're just there making what you want.
That's awesome. Do you have any other role models in the creative world?
Oh man, I have a list on my phone. Let's see if I can remember off the top of my head though. I always loved Joss Whedon. I thought because I always loved like action stuff, and you know he does space adventures, but it's also really funny and just.
Yeah, Firefly is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
The comedy in that is so well written.
Yeah, I was always a big Buffy fan. It's just like the perfect everything genre into one. Avengers, he did Avengers. That's the lowest on my list, though. He's done so many great things.
Any others that you feel like mentioning, or?
Oh yeah, I just thought of one. Lucille Ball, like.
Oh wow.
Just the funniest person probably in the entire world, and then just created this whole entire production company that revolutionized what we know as TV today. I mean, that's absolutely insane. If I could do a tiny amount of what she has done, or it'd be a tiny amount as funny as she is, then I would be set. She's just amazing.
Yeah, she is literally a legend. She is the queen of comedy, and Jerry Lewis was the king of comedy before he passed away. Like, those guys, those two are like legends.
Yeah.
What do you have any like favorite movies specifically that have like inspired you or caused you to want to be a filmmaker or caused this interest for you?
Oh yeah, definitely. I was talking about this the other day. Super 8. I mean, it's about kids making a movie in the first place, and then they go on this space adventure where they find an alien and have to bring it back. It's everything you'd want in a movie.
That's awesome. Yeah, J.J. Abrams is another awesome filmmaker out there.
Yeah, he's also on my list. JJ, shout out to you. I know you're watching.
That's awesome. So how old are you?
I am 19 as of a week ago.
Wow, awesome. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
So that's like actually really awesome that you've been that you know what you want to do and you know where you want to be involved in at that age. Because I know a lot of people who have no idea where they want to go or what they want to do. You know, they just know like what college they want to go to. They don't know what they want to do with themselves. So that's amazing.
Well, I mean, it's loosely based. There's so many aspects of filmmaking. I mean, I guess you could just say, oh, a filmmaker. But I mean, honestly, there's so many different paths into it. Like I also studied computer science so that I could hopefully go into like software engineering and post-production, or like, you know, just the epic post-production special effects editing that you can use some coding in. So there's just like a ton of aspects of it. So I'm not really sure where I want to center in on, or even if I do want to center on a certain place. But yeah.
So it looks like we're getting having some connection difficulties with your video. Is there any way? Is your phone on Wi-Fi right now? Because that might be contributing to that.
My phone?
Yeah. Is Wi-Fi on or is it off?
Yes, Wi-Fi on.
Okay, can you turn that off just so it's over cellular? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
There we go. Should be off now. We're on LTE. Light. Possibly. You still there? Everyone's hanging on the edge of their seat, I know. And we lost him. It's okay, though. I can ask myself questions. because I do know very little about myself. So, like, for instance, I can ask myself, Shannon, now that you are in college and a filmmaker, how's life? Life in college is interesting. Especially from, since I'm a computer science major, all my courses are like heavily math and science and logic involved, and pretty difficult, I have to say. Pretty difficult. Oh, there we go. I have a call. And we're back.
Sorry about that.
I think me and myself held our own together.
All right, so where were we? You were just talking about Electric Jesus. I interrupted you.
Electric Jesus. Yes. That is the movie that I am in.
Awesome. Okay, so who are you playing? And like what are some similarities between you and your character? Like, just tell us a bit about this project.
Yeah, this project, I love this project so much because of everyone who's involved in it. There's a big, most all of the cast who is on this project are like filmmakers themselves, and they all make films on their own and just have that knowledge behind what goes on. So it's just a collaboration of just a bunch of artists who knows what we could be doing. Everyone is just so talented. I'm just so excited to be in that creative environment with everyone and see what we can create behind the scenes. And of course, this movie that also has great people making it.
That's awesome. It sounds like there's a lot of chemistry during these pre-production stages. Like everyone's really getting along. It's just
yeah, because we
awesome.
had a bunch of opportunities to get together and just talk with each other and get to know one another. And we've all bonded like really fast already, and we haven't even been on set yet. So that's just going to be explosion.
That's amazing. That's so cool. So I heard you guys did some street performing while you guys were all together.
Yeah, we busked Buford. Hashtag BB. Busking Buford. It's I've always wanted to busk. That looks so fun. You go on the side, and there was little pressure for us because, you know, we weren't performing to make money or make a statement. We were just out there trying to create something, trying to stir something up, and just having fun. I mean, it's like a performance that has no pressure. It's be a great
amazing.
setting too, by the shore with the palm trees.
That's so cool. So, real quick, do update, just give a quick reminder of where you're currently at now, and just remind people of your name, just in case people just joined.
Yeah, just like the musical Fame. Remember my name, but it's not Fame. It's Shannon Hutchinson. Right now, I'm in my dorm room at Temple University in Philadelphia.
Awesome.
Where I go to college.
Thank you for doing that. It's weird that we're going to have to keep doing that, but I'll occasionally be like, remind people who you are and what we're talking about. That's so cool, though, that you guys got to do that. Was that, like, all cast members involved in that live street performance that you guys were doing?
Yeah. So I was there. I was singing, and then we had Wyatt on the guitar, and he was singing harmonies, and he plays Micheal in the film. And then we had Caleb on his cajon, which is like his little box drum that sounds like a snare. So he was playing the drums, and so we had a little band of the cast of Electric Jesus.
That is awesome. Were you guys singing songs that are going to be in the movie?
We were singing songs that were going to be in the movie. We were singing Don't Toss Us Away, which is sung twice in the movie. Oh, it's a popular song in it. Actually, I think most of the songs are sung more than once. You get to know them, so you know them by the end.
That's good, because people get to learn them, and it gets to become a part of like the heart of the story. It gets to become a character itself.
Yeah.
And then songs can something can take on a different meaning when you hear it a second time. specifically surrounding the events. Like whatever's going on could change the meaning of something. So that's cool that it's a reoccurring song. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So let's get a little bit more about Shannon a little bit. Like I want to know, like, what do you like to do with your free time? Like you said, when you're younger, you make films. Is that like what you do with your free time as well, or do you like to go out and do other things?
I like to do a bunch of stuff. Like I said, I'm really into comedy. I'm a member of our comedy club. I'm on the e-board. Go to meetings for it, try and organize stuff. But yeah, so comedy's really fun. That's what I like to do. I like to do stand-up sometimes, just open mic stuff. Not very far, but maybe one day. You'll never know. For now, it's just me basically reading a diary in front of people I somewhat know who laugh to pity me. No. They're all great.
That's cool. Yeah.
Also,
do you end up... I'm sorry, I interrupt.
I would say also, sometimes I do gymnastics. That's fun. Something that proves that I do athletics sometimes.
That's awesome. So do you, like, do you travel a lot with, like, your hobbies and, you know, being involved in films? Is that something you do a lot?
That's definitely the best part of it. I haven't been in too many projects, but every time I am in one, I get to travel, which is the best part, is seeing these new places. Particularly for me, this was a life-changing experience to explore the South. That's something that I'd like never done before, except, you know, you go to Disney World like once when you were younger, but you don't really see and experience really the South. I'm from the North, and I've just gone to the North, just like New York City, Philadelphia, Baltimore, DC, for like my whole life. And then for this project, I went down actually to audition, and just the whole way driving down, just like looking with my head out the window like a dog, just going, oh my God, this architecture is beautiful. These trees are amazing. Why have I not been down here? It's warm and clean.
That's awesome. Do you like? Did you ever like do like family road trips or anything when you were younger, or
yeah,
like road trips something new to you?
In fact, our family, we have this like 1990s old conversion van that we got for really cheap, and we would like every summer starting when I was 14 years old, we'd pack our whole 5-person family up inside this van. It's not a camper. It's not even as big as a trailer. It's just a van that's a little bit bigger than your average van, and we'd get in there and we'd go around the United States for like 2 weeks to a month, just living in this van and going and exploring new places. We went to the West Coast. It's difficult when there's 5 people living in a small van. We have awkward living situations. We have the back seat kind of folds down into a bed, so we'll have usually 3 people sleeping there, and then we'll have the front passenger seats kind of like goes all the way down, and so that becomes a bed for like my dad usually sleeps there. And then for me, we have you know, at the top of the seat belts there's like sometimes little hooks almost before you get to the actual seatbelt part. Well, we put poles through those, through the front 2 and the back 2, and then we slipped an army gurney through the poles. So I was sleeping.
That's awesome.
I was sleeping in army gurney over top of my family. They were like, "Is it comfortable?" And I was like, "Well, it's meant to carry the dead and wounded off the battlefield. So, considering, yes."
That's amazing.
It's the most fun thing I've ever done in my life. It's so much fun.
That's awesome. That kind of like, you know, plays a little bit though into like the movie, the idea of like, you know, traveling, like, you know, the trips and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. In this movie, they all like get in a van and go from place to place. And I don't know about my character, but cool. I know I'd be ready for it. I'd be ready to go in a van.
So then, like, tell me a little bit like about like you and your character. Like, tell me like why you're perfect to play this character. Like, what is it that why it just hits home like for you?
Well, I know a big part of it is that the character Sarah relies very heavily and is heavily influenced by her family, and an important part of her life is her sisters. I know I very much am like a family person, and I like my sisters are my best friends, and so that's something that's really important to me, and that's something that's really important to Sarah too. And also, Sarah just kind of has this drive, I guess, where she just knows where she wants to go. She doesn't know how she's gonna get there or what's really gonna happen in between, but she just knows in the back of her mind. She's just like, I don't know how, but it's gonna happen someday. It's gotta. And I find that similarity in us, where I'm just kind of rolling with it and letting it happen because I know it'll somehow I'll figure out a way. I don't know what it is I'm personally trying to make happen, but I know that whatever it is, it's gonna happen and it's gonna work its way out.
That is awesome. So, you were saying that your sisters are your best friends, and that's something that's like really important to you and to your characters, the relationships with family. Do you have any like funny stories with your sisters, or anything like that like might be worth hearing?
Oh man. Well, I know I always try to make movies. I'll just like wake up one day and be like, "Oh, I got it. I have to make this film." And my sisters just want nothing of it. They do not. They're like, "Oh, another film? Oh, fine. Whatever." And like I have to heavily bribe them in order to do something. I'm like trying to teach my 9-year-old sister how to use like a Tascam and do boom audio. I have her in one of my videos. She's holding a reflector and she like knows where to position it now to get to the light that she needs. But
You're
there was like,
literally
oh, much
describing my
longer.
life. That's my relationship with my brother. My brother, like, anytime I'm like, I got a film, so we're doing this. He's like, do I have to be involved? Like, can't I just have one day off?
I know. Like, man, why you have to do this? We're always making films.
Yeah, but there's like this itch, there's this drive in you that like you have to make it.
Yeah.
You can't not.
If I wait a day or a few hours, it's not gonna happen. I just gotta go and do it.
That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Like you're meant to be in this industry, like because that's something that is required, or else it's not going to happen. You're not going to make a film if you don't have that drive, and you're not going to act or be a part of something like this unless you have that in you. That's such a cool. Is that like a shared energy on set? Is that something that you feel like everyone has? Is that drive?
Yeah. That's what's so great about this. Everyone, if they have something they want to do or need to do, everyone's just like, yeah, of course, let's do it right now. Let's go and do it. And I think it's so hard to find people like that. And it's such a valuable characteristic, and it's something every single person from the cast to the crew has, and that's why this thing is going to be awesome, because everyone's just doing it.
That's awesome. It really seems like a passion project. Like it seems like everyone is deeply passionate about it. Like just the little stuff that I've heard, I've tried to keep myself in the dark before this interview because I really wanted it to be like a fresh take, but it seems like this is something that everyone is really passionate about, and is something that you guys know is going to be awesome.
Yeah, I think that's what makes projects so lovable to an audience, is if you watch it and when you watch it, you know that everyone involved in this just loves what they're doing so much. I think that's really, you can totally tell when that's the case when you watch a movie, and this movie is definitely going to be that. I can tell you that.
That's awesome. So it's the kind of movie that I'd actually watch, Like
Yeah.
There's few movies I'd be willing to see just because I can tell just by watching a trailer whether or not, someone actually cares about the project.
Yeah.
And just by talking with you, I can tell that it's something you guys actually genuinely care about and are excited about. And what is this being a part of this project mean to you? Because since it is something that is a part of your dreams, is being in filmmaking, what does this project mean to you?
I mean, just being in the space with people working on to a single point on a single project, trying to get there, trying to do the best that they can, and just taking on so much and knowing that you're going to achieve that. And it's so great to be able to look into the future and know that what's ahead of you is going to be amazing, and that's my favorite part of this so far.
That's awesome. So going forward with this, what are your feelings? Like, is there anything you're like excited about, or are you like scared at all or nervous or anything?
Oh, well, I don't think so. I think everything seems to be working out really, really great, really fine. I know for me, this is a very religious role, and I'm not like too religious of a person. I wasn't really raised in like a household where like we go to church every Sunday. I mean, like we celebrate Christmas and stuff, but like that was something that I didn't know too much about coming into this project, and what I really loved about it is not only have I been like studying up on Christianity and learning so much more, but I have like a new and complete respect for it. I just learning
Wow.
so much and being involved more with religion. I think religion is so cool, and this has definitely exacerbated that interest.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Because I mean, like, this film sounds like a very human film, and that feels like that's something that's lacking in a lot of Christian films nowadays. Is like a human aspect to it, and this seems like such a grounded piece. Is that something you would like agree with?
Yeah, especially because usually in the end, it's kind of all the Christian movies are usually like like the come to Jesus moment, and everyone, it's like happy go lucky, but this is more like the real life version. Sometimes things just don't work out, and it's real life. It's real life. You have to live real life, no matter. You want your religion in your mind at all times, but sometimes you have to just live your life, and sometimes you just have to look over it.
So I hate to distract from this, change directions a little bit, but can you tell me what it's like, performing with Danielson, and about your experience with that?
Oh my gosh! First of all, when I got the part, and Chris, the director, was like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna be working with this artist Danielson, so you should look him up and listen to some songs." I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure, whatever." And I downloaded like a bunch of his songs, and I was like really jamming to it. Like I told everyone, and I was like, "Oh man, you gotta listen to this guy. It's so cool. It's so cool." I became a big fan before I went to the recording studio. So then, of course, by the time I got to the recording studio, I was like, "Oh hi, I'm just in your studio about to sing for you." And I was really nervous. I honestly wish I wouldn't have gotten so into his music before I went to the studio, because I was probably really nervous, and it might have showed like the first few times that I sang in the session. But then I got to do this concert with him, where I got to sing his songs on stage with him in the whole 9-fruit tree that he wears, which is like his thing, his symbol that he always has. And so that was a dream come true. I mean, I've always thought oh man, wouldn't it be so cool to perform at a concert? But not only am I performing in a concert, I'm performing with an amazing, great, recognizable artist.
That's so cool.
It was cool.
Yeah, it sounds like it was it was a dream come true that you didn't know you had.
Yeah.
That's such a cool thing. When you come across talented people, you know it, and it's just it changes you, and you're like, holy cow, and you just have to be involved with it.
Yeah. Oh, and especially, I should also mention the songs that he made for this movie also were just mind-blowing. I would listen to them leisurely, just on my iPod shuffle, because they were so, so, so good. I'm telling you guys. Ugh.
That's awesome. So you were talking about instruments earlier. You were saying that when you guys were playing live down in the streets, that you were saying everyone was playing an instrument. Do you play any instruments? And if so, can we get a little taste?
Oh, me playing right now? I really wish I
Maybe,
could.
I don't know.
I usually have my guitar sitting right over here, but I had to leave it at home because I went right to Chicago. But
Oh, okay.
I play instruments. I started with the saxophone in like the fourth grade, but it hurt my neck, so I switched to a clarinet, which I deeply regret because the saxophone matches my personality. But I played clarinet for a while, and even when I got into high school, my first year of high school, I went to a regular high school, and then after that, I went to a performing arts high school for acting. But in for my first year, my freshman year, um, I was like involved in every single band there was. I was like one of the music kids. In fact, when we had our school musical, I didn't even audition. I just played in the pit, played my clarinet. But then, of course, I've also played piano for years. Not like really well, but if you give me sheet music, I can probably learn it if you give me time. And then there's a funny story about how I played guitar. When I saw the audition for this, it said Sarah must be able to play guitar, and the audition was like in a week. And I thought, you know what? I can do it. And I tried before to learn guitar because my dad has a guitar, and I just was not able to do it. I tried and I just could not get it. I could do like one or two chords, and it would take me forever to switch between those two. And then, but because I had like motivation for going down to this audition, I actually learned the three chords I needed for the song that we sang when we were busking, actually, Don't Toss Us Away. And I learned to like switch between them and play it pretty okay. And then as soon as I got the part, I just played the guitar like every single day. And even for Christmas, I got a guitar and like started to learn plucking. And now I love to play the guitar. I really, I don't know how I lived without playing the guitar before because I play it all the time. Whenever I'm like too stressed, I just need a moment, just pick up my guitar.
That is awesome. That's dedication right there. So, real quick, in the vein of Electric Jesus, what is your favorite hair metal song, or maybe like power ballad? Do you have any favorites?
Oh man, hair metal. All I can think of, I don't even know what constitutes as hair metal. I'm gonna assume it's songs from the 80s that sounds like they would have big hair when they sing. So I'll say anything Queen. Don't stop me now. Not quite metal, but they're rocking.
Awesome. Awesome. That is great. So just another quick fun question so people could, get to know you more. Again, your name is Shannon. You play Sarah in Electric Jesus.
Yes.
And it's a project you're extremely excited about. But if you were to live in a TV show, what show would it be and what character? Because we all have a show we'd like to be a part of.
So this is if I could be in a show that already exists, or is this
any show that you already know?
If it was my real life, what would it be?
Well, if you could live in it, like if not like be like a part of it, like on set, like actually live in the show.
Okay. All right. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with. I would be Larry David in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Awesome.
I have no idea why, but I think the situation, just like the things he says, that just random stuff off the top of the head that he immediately regrets. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that could make sense with me.
That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. All right. So we're getting close to wrapping up. Just a quick reminder, can you give everyone who's listening just another quick summary of what Electric Jesus is, why they should be excited about it, and just that.
All right, Electric Jesus is this new movie that's set in the 80s about this Christian hair metal, heavy metal band who goes around on their bus to tour around different cities to try and make it as a band. So this movie has songs in it, which is great. And it has an all-star cast. They're not stars yet, but I swear to you people, one day, I play Sarah in the movie. She's like the stowaway who just wants to, she just wants to sing. She just wants to sing. That's all she wants. And to be out there, out of Alabama. And so,
Nice.
yes, this film is going to be awesome.
All right. Just a few more questions as we're wrapping up.
All right.
What was it like when you found out you got the part? Did they call you, or what did they say? Like, what was the experience like for you?
I was, well, okay, so the audition process for this was very strenuous and like long. It was a very long audition process I went through. I skipped the initial like open call and went right to a callback down in South Carolina, Aiken, South Carolina, and it was actually I lived in Hanover, Pennsylvania, and I just found this online. I didn't know anybody. I didn't have an agent or anything. I just found it online, and they were like, "Yeah, can you come to the callback?" And I was thinking, this is like I'd have to leave from school, drive 8 hours, just to go to this audition, and there was a snowstorm that was coming. And I was like, I don't know, I don't think I can do this. And then the very last minute, my dad was like, I don't think we can go. It's so much. And I was like, you know what? Let's just go. Let's just do it. I mean, let's just go. So there was that audition, the callback, and then we had this screen test, which we prepared for a long time. I had a mentor, Lily, who's right there. She commented. And so me and Andrew were partners, and we kind of FaceTimed like once a week or month maybe, and like rehearsed, and then we did this whole like 3 mock scenes with a whole crew, and I got to meet all the other cast that was already cast. And so I was already so invested in this project. I had already met everybody. I had read the script a million times, rehearsed the scenes so much. And I just remember there was a day when he was going to tell who got the part. And Chris, the director, texted me the day before. And he said, "When's a good time to call you?" And I pretty much knew then. And I was like, I had to walk from my school to the subway station. And I'm pretty sure I just flew. That's what I felt like. I was just floating to the subway station. I don't even remember. I was just like, oh. And then I was so excited when I got the part. It was like between my lunch break, and I came back from my lunch, and everyone was sitting there waiting for me as I walked down this long hallway. They were looking like, "We can't read her face. What does it mean? How did it go?"
That's awesome. That is so cool. That sounds like you were just like on cloud 9. It was like the greatest thing to hear.
Yeah, it really was.
So that is awesome. Now, upcoming soon, will you be interviewing Andrew Eakle right here in a couple of weeks?
I will.
Like on the same, yeah?
I will be interviewing Andrew Eakle right here. My questions, his answers. Together again.
That sounds awesome. Now that we've gotten to know you, I think it's going to be great to see your personalities together. It's going to be fun for everybody, and I think it's going to give everyone a nice insight into the chemistry you guys are going to all have on set. And I think it's going to be something that is going to be great for them to know more without us having to give away too much. You guys are set to be hoping to be on set in the summer in South Carolina, right?
Yep.
And then you're hoping to have the movie done by early next year. Is what you guys are aiming for?
Yeah. Sounds right.
Awesome. Cool. All right. So again, Electric Jesus. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you, Shannon, for letting me interview you.
Thank you, Will, for interviewing me.
Yes. Woo. This was fun. It was so great meeting you. You are a genuinely bright soul, and it's going to be awesome seeing you in this movie. I cannot wait. I'm literally buying tickets. Is it premiering? I want to see it now. I'm so excited. I love music. I love movies. I love Jesus. This is going to be great. All right. This is great. Thank you so much again. You have a great rest of your afternoon.
For sure.
Night.
Thank you so much, Will. And that is the end of this live interview. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, America.